What's going on, guys? Alex. In today's video, I want to talk about how to set up Google Ads for your towing company or towing business. Apologies for the hat. The sun is just beaming in, and I'm just trying to keep it out of my eyes because I don't have curtains. Anyways, just jumping right into it. So the reason you want to be running Google Ads and at the very least local service ads is because for any time somebody's searching for a towing company, which is almost always going to be on their mobile device, but anytime somebody searches, you're going to have um, 3 or 4 ads showing up. You're going to have local service ads showing up, and you're going to have Google Business Profiles showing up before you actually get to the organic results. And even in the organic results, you're going to have websites like Yelp, huge directories, Facebook, Instagram, Find a Truck Service, right? All competing against you if you are just looking for free organic clicks, right? So the easiest way to show up and the area where the vast majority of people are clicking is going to be here in the ads section. Thankfully, typically your competition has no idea what they're doing, right? This one's not a bad ad. This ad has nothing to do with looking for a towing company in Macon. And this one, towing service, it's fine, but the ad itself is really structured. And if you look right below my face, you can see that people are just sending their traffic, their paid traffic, for example, this one, to their homepage, not on a landing page. If you see my videos, you know I always say home pages don't convert, landing pages convert. I don't know why people still run traffic to a home page. But anyways, let me just show you guys how to set up the ads on your own. By the way, if you need help with Google Ads for your towing company, you can click the link down below. You can book a call with me. I'm happy to take a look at your Google Ads campaign. Happy to get you started on Google Ads, answer any questions you might have, and of course, see if there's any opportunity to work together to get you more leads, get you more calls, grow your business with Google Ads. Click the link below, book a call with me. I love talking to you guys. Anyways, jumping into the tutorial, your Google Ads homepage looks like this. So, of course, sign up for Google Ads, log in, and you're ready to go. If you already have an account set up, this is going to be a good tutorial to follow as well for the best settings. So, first of all, click on New Campaign, and then select New Campaign. Now you can choose the objective. A lot of times people will create a campaign without a guidance. You can do that if you know what you're doing, but otherwise leads obviously is going to be your best choice. Google's now asking you about your conversion goals. Guys, do not run ads unless you have conversion tracking set up. So Google Tag Manager tracking calls or some call service tracking calls. And of course, form submissions. Typically in the towing industry, it's all going to be calls. You probably don't want to optimize anything for form submissions unless you are doing long distance towing. But for emergency towing and just general towing, people just want to give you a call. So you can focus for conversions, but overall, your main conversion goal should be phone calls. So make sure that's tracked. You can track that on Google Tag Manager and on Google itself. It's not that difficult. Now with the campaign type here, Google might give you an AI option. It's up to you to choose it, but typically just a standard search campaign is going to work best. Now, if you do want to set up call only ads, Google is phasing those out, but you can set those up here. Otherwise, you will be adding your phone number to the campaign anyways. And so I don't actually choose any of these at the time being. And campaign name, you would just go with something like towing services. You could name your campaign whatever you want. Continue, and then just click start new if you already have existing campaigns. Now for bidding, a lot of times I'll come into an account and people are focused on conversions. You can't have a conversion bidding strategy unless your account already has conversions. Otherwise, Google doesn't really have any idea what you want to optimize for. So your best bet, if you're in a hurry, is going to be clicks. But typically manual CPC is going to be the best bidding strategy to set up a campaign. You can't choose that now, so I will show you afterwards where to choose that or to change the settings for that. It's not a gimmick. Google just honestly doesn't let you choose that now. But if you just want something that's kind of set it and forget it, go with clicks. Set a max cost per click bid limit, which you'll find out how to find that limit shortly, and then you're good. And as for this, just ignore that. Do not select this, or it will limit your campaign. Click next. Immediately opt out of these two networks. These are just low quality search partners networks where your website's going to show up on things like part domains, non-Google sites, right? Places where people are not looking for emergency or even just broad towing services. And since we're not running display ads, we don't want to be opted into the display network, so opt out of this. In locations, there's two things you want to do. Immediately choose presence. people in or regularly in. This way you are only going to have your ad showing up for people that are looking for your service in that particular area. If you select presence or interest, you get people that have been interested in your area, whether it's tourists or people living outside the area, people commuting, for example, and just your ad's going to show all over the place, right? In a huge radius out of the area you actually choose. Now for the actual area, you can sometimes get away with adding your specific area here. I'll just go with Macon, for example, since that's what we had mentioned. But you'll see here, Macon actually works, but it does add a huge radius outside of the actual town. So for a town like Macon, it really depends where you're from. You just got to try this. I will just do a radius instead, Macon, Georgia. That's a little bit better, right? And if you don't want to drive 20 miles, you can change it to 10 miles, wherever you want. This is a pretty good radius for towing. Just click save. Language, leave as English. Audience segments, Google will give you some recommendations here. You can go with a few of these. They're not always going to be relevant, right? Because you can even search towing. Some of these might be relevant, some not. You can choose them or just leave it as is. It's really up to you. If they're relevant enough, go ahead and choose them. If they're not relevant, then it's not really going to make a huge difference. And really quickly, 2 settings here. Ad rotation, just choose do not optimize rotate ads indefinitely. This basically forces a split test because you're going to have 2 ads within one ad group, one with pin headlines and one without pin headlines. And that saves you the effort of having to make an actual Google Ads experiment. And you can just split test the ads there. And then finally for ad schedule, whenever you want to get ads running, let's say all day from 6 a.m. Or in towing, you may be running ads overnight, for example, but let's just do 6 a.m. to like 10 p.m., for example. Anyways, there you go. That's a good schedule. Click on next. You can just click, you can skip this. It's not really necessary. This is where we do the keyword research part of it. Now, if I was doing this for a client or if it was my own business, I would take a little bit more time to do actual keyword research. But what you want to do is open Google in a new tab and then click on tools. And that's going to open this screen. You just want to click on the light bulb here to discover new keywords. Add your area. This is going to be a little bit more of a broad location. So Macon, Georgia. Click save. And I just add towing or towing services, even roadside assistance, but that would be its own ad group. Now here we have a bunch of keywords. And again, if it was me, I would export the list. I'd go through it a little bit more carefully. But just for the purpose of time here, you can see all the keywords that you'd want to be ranking for, or at least showing up for Google Ads. Towing services would be one. Towing near me, tow truck near me, towing company near me. These are all great keywords to be showing up for. Typically, you want like 3 to 5 in an ad group. And so you could just go with towing services. Right, just add it here, and you can just add this one as towing services. Right, so you're just going to add this here. Towing services, you're going to add towing near me. You could add tow truck near me. You could add towing services Macon, and you can go, if it was emergency, you would want to have its own ad group. And same with roadside assistance, that would be its own ad group. And then we could just do this one, tow truck company near me, would be fine. Right, that's really good. Now, for the URL, guys, you do not want to use your homepage here, right? You can try, you maybe get 5 or 10% conversion rate, but home pages are not designed to convert. And it's one of the biggest issues I see with almost any campaign is that people are running ads to a homepage where you're giving the user 100 different options and you're not getting calls because it's not optimized for conversion. So what you want to do is always just send traffic to your landing page, right? So if you're doing it Macon, it would be towing Macon LP. Now this is going to be a page that's solely designed to convert traffic into, why does it say it's incorrect? There we go, HTTPS. Oh, okay. It's going to be a page that's solely designed to convert paid traffic into leads. So people only have 2 options. They either leave the page or they call you, right? Because that's all you want them to do. You don't want people clicking around to the about section or FAQ or browsing through the website. Anytime you give people more than 1 or 2 options, you're going to mess up your conversion rate. People are not going to call you, right? And for this, it would just be like towing. This just adds a little bit extra to the URL here and can help with click-through rate, especially if it's relevant. Or you can even just add make in there as well. Now for phone calls, of course you want to add your phone number to the campaign. So just click on that. Let me zoom out a little bit. Click on apply. And Google, for some searches, will add your number. People can easily call you, and it just does take up a little bit more real estate here on the actual search results. And you can see how it looks, right? Oh, you gotta add more assets there. Anyways, for headlines, and again, you guys, you want to spend a little bit more time on this, but typically I like to see the service, the location, and a benefit and a call to action, right? And not necessarily a benefit, but maybe a pain point, right? So obviously you'd go with towing company, Macon, towing services, Macon is good. Tow truck near you. A lot of people put near me thinking that makes sense, but no. Near you, because you want it to be, you want the person to see it, right? That's really good. And then you're going to have your kind of pain point, right? Need a tow. Is your car stuck? Is your vehicle stuck somewhere? Is your vehicle stuck? Right, you can add will be there in 60 minutes. Call us to come tow you. Right? Call us for a tow now. Boom. That's going to be a great looking ad. Now, like I mentioned earlier, you're going to have in the ad group, you're going to duplicate the ad and then sticky some of these headlines just to test it for 30, 60 days. And then you'll also run a Google Ads experiment, but that's getting a little bit intermediate and I'm not going to get into that now. And again, you're going to want to spend more time on this, see what your competitors are doing, see what's working on, SEMrush, anything like that. But this is just a great idea. Just a really quick idea to show you guys how to build out the ads. In the description, same thing. You want to mention the location, the service, and then the issue. So need a tow truck, need a tow in Macon. We'll come tow your vehicle. Call us now, right? Towing services and tow trucks in Macon, GA. We can help you today. We can help you now. Give us a call. And it's a good idea to add at least all the descriptions, because the more data you have, the more optimized you can get the campaign. So again, spend a little bit more time doing that. Make sure the descriptions are all filled out. For business name and logo, if you've verified your account, definitely add your business name and a logo. It does help. The more human, the more good your ad looks, the more likely is somebody to click on it and actually give you a call. Will land on your site. Site links, of course, you want to add. And we can just add a site link here. You click plus, you click create, and as site links, they're going to look something like this, right? Prices, and then, for example, reviews. And now you would just add a link to that landing page, not the site, but to the landing page that brings them to the prices section, to the reviews section, so people can see your reviews, see your prices. And again, anytime they land on that page, they should be able to call you really quickly. So make sure the landing page is designed for that. Callouts you want to add as well. Some people don't like adding callouts, but it does make the ad bigger, take up more space on the page, which means your competitors are showing less. And the more space you take up on the page, the more likely is someone to call you. So we come to you, right? Serving all of Macon. And then you could have something like emergency towing service. Right, and it just adds a little bit of extra text, a little bit of extra information when Google decides, and does help with performance overall. Other asset types, if you can, add prices. If you have promotions, not so typical. And then Google will also ask you, in some cases, for images here, add images. Not a huge deal breaker in the towing space, but if you have an older account and Google does let you add images, make sure you go ahead and add images here. At this point, you're really about done. And so from now, you just want to click on next. Now for the daily budget, a lot of questions I get are people saying, how much should I spend on Google Ads? What's a good amount to start? Now, of course, if you only have $200, fine. $200 is probably not enough, but a really easy way to see how much you spend is ideally you want about 10 clicks coming in every single day that you're running ads. So you go back to your keyboard tool, you can see here, Google, there's like a hair stuck here. Sorry guys. You can see here that Google's telling us the clicks are between $2 and $6. So let's say we want to be in that range, let's say 4. So $40 per day would be a good amount, which, you know, $1,200 a month in a place like Macon, just to get at least 1 or 2 calls per day, ideally. If you only have $300, you can try, but Facebook ads might be a better bet. But in this case, yeah, you basically just take your cost per click, multiply by 10, and that's what you got as a good idea. I don't want to spend any money because it's my test account, so I just set it 0.01. Now Google's going to review the campaign really quickly. If everything's good, they'll let you publish, and if not, right, looks like we are good. My credit card is expiring soon. Now from here, just click publish campaign, right? This is fine. By the way, guys, if you do need help with your Google Ads, click the link below, book a call with me. Happy to help. Now, Google again is telling you set up your Google tag. Guys, you do not want to miss this. Conversions are incredibly important. Do not run ads unless you have set up your Google tag and have all your tracking set up. If you need help with that, book a call. You guys get it. But you want to make sure you have your tracking set up, that you're tracking everything. Otherwise, you have no idea what's working, no idea what's not working. You have nothing to optimize for. Google has nothing to optimize for, and you're just going to be throwing money down the drain. In any case, let me just exit out of here. Now, 2 things you want to change. You want to go to your campaign. You can see the bid strategies learning. We're good. Click on this. And this is to choose the better bidding strategy, right? So right now we have maximized clicks. What you want to do is select change bid strategy, select the bid strategy directly, and go with a manual CPC. Click save. This just gives you a lot more control over how much you're spending, rather than just letting Google take control of everything. That is an end goal. It's on a start goal, right? And now just hit refresh. And now click on ad groups here, or just click on the campaign. And you can see here now Google has a default CPC. And like I said, you just want to set that for, you know, whatever you're comfortable with paying. If you're only spending $30 a day, you may have to set that maybe $3, $3.50. But you would just set that, for example, here. And then Google will tell you, if you click again, Google will tell you if your budget is too low, and then the search impression share will let you know if your budget is too high, if you're spending too much, or if you have room to lower the budget. But that really is a good start. And overall, guys, that is how you set up your Google Ads campaign for your towing company. If you did make it this far, as always, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. And don't forget, you can click the link down below. You can book a call with me. I'm happy to take a look at Google Ads campaigns, answer any questions you have about Google Ads, and of course, see if there's any opportunity to work together to help you get more leads and help you grow your towing business with Google Ads. As always, you guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.